remember when this is now a little bit more marketing related, but I remember when I was 16, I was playing rugby, and I've always wanted to play like rugby on an international level, but I wanted to play professionally. And I knew that I had to be seen by scouts because I need to play Craven Week.
So what did you do?
So I painted my scrum cap bright red when you only had white and black colors.
And you stood out.
And I stood out.
Okay.
And it worked. And also something I did was when colored boots became a thing, before that already, it entered the market quite slowly. So I was one of the first people to buy like shocking orange boots. And
it worked, huh?
And it worked because I wanted to stand out. And people thought like, you're just trying to be fancy. And it was more so, look, I wasn't trying to be fancy. I was just trying to get seen, dude. Like if I'm making a tackle, I want the scout to see who I am. And I need to present myself. I need to make sure that whatever you see essentially is me and not giving credit to anybody else. And that's where marketing comes in. It's ideally also, in essence, what you're saying now, changing people's perception and the presentation of something. Like you have to present something in a certain way. I remember being a personal trainer, and this is now coming back to perception. I literally, the first month, I didn't have any clients, 0 clients. I might have told the story before. I don't know. So I had 0 clients, and I was on the floor helping all these big oaks, like athletic guys and girls who were training and looked like they knew what they were doing. And I purposefully stood around them, spotted them and helped them and speaking to them about their weekend and how much junk food they ate on their cheat day. And from the outside, it looked like I was giving them advice because for the people who wouldn't in the immediate conversation.
It looks like you were training them. Smart. I like that. So perception is reality.
So that's exactly it. So I remember this lady coming up to me and she said, "You look very busy and you obviously look like one of the better trainers here because you're training all these professional athletes."
Nice. I like that.
And she said,
"I need your help.
I need your help. And I know you probably don't have time, but you're gonna because I see you on the
floor." Did that lady become your wife?
No,
it's not that story.
It wasn't my wife. That's a story.
That's another story. Okay.
But long story short, she said you probably don't have time because I see you here all the time, even though I come twice a day and you're always here. I come at different times. You're here.
Wow.
Yeah, she was quite serious. And she said, "Do you have time on your calendar?" And I said, "Look, I'll have a look for you." Meanwhile, I have 0 clients. Like it's just open space. And I said, "Yeah, I'll have a look." And I said, "Look, but my fees obviously are not the norm here around. Like,
it's obviously you're not selling on price, you're selling on value."
That's exactly it. So I said, "Listen, I think at that time we were charging $100 a session, everybody. This was in George back in 2009, 10.
Yeah.
So I said, look, I'm 150.
Okay.
I hope that's okay."
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, that's perfect." And that's how I got one of my first clients. Literally like that.
Sweet.
And that's why the chocolate cake story, is not directly correlated to that, but it resonated with me in some way because it's all about perception and it's all about, presenting. And I had to present myself as the thought leader in the gym, the best personal trainer in the gym, and I had to change people's perception that I was that as well. And that's kind of like how that happened for me.
That just reminded me, so Seth Godin wrote a book a few years ago called Purple Cow, and that is what he was trying to say. So imagine you're driving on the road and you see cows. They're white with black dots. You're not going to notice this. It's just another cow. But if there was a purple one, you'd be like, wow, a purple cow. So his whole book is about how to stand out from the crowd. And I just found the book.
That's like the pig in the sea.